Hey, good evening, nerds around the world. Welcome to episode 61 of the Nerds Unite as One podcast. It is the OG team of myself, Paul English, and Caleb Tuff. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, guys? Small crew tonight, just me and Paulie, but y'all know that we're still gonna rock it out, so it's fine.
Absolutely. We do have a kind of a main topic go over, but for the most part, this kind of just be like a freestyle thing. We'll just kind of talk about whatever's on our mind in terms of nerd related stuff. So, but why don't we start with the main topic, and that is next year's Power Rangers reboot. There are, as you know, Caleb and I are big Power Ranger fans, and we are looking forward to this, especially with all the new promotional material that's been going on. Slowly, our optimism for the film is building a little slower and slower, but production still has not started yet, and there are a few things that we would like to see out of this movie. So, Caleb, why don't we kind of alternate back and forth? I think we have a few things that we want to see out of this movie. So why don't you go ahead and start? What's something you'd like to see out of this movie?
I mean, listen, okay, so the first thing that scared me about this movie, first of all, they pushed it back, which is never good. Never good. When a movie gets pushed back, it means that first and foremost that they don't believe in the project, and I hope that's not the case. I really, really don't, because I go back to January 2017, which is like
actually it got moved again.
Oh wait,
you don't know about the new release date?
I don't think
March
I did.
March 24th, 2017.
March 24th. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. No, I didn't know that, Paul. I did not know that. Okay. That makes me feel a little better now, though. Okay, good. Okay. Anyway, sorry. I mean, so far I've liked what they've done. Some of the castings, I mean, I like that they got unknowns for all the Rangers. Like, we really don't know many of these kids. I mean, I've seen a few of them in like a few small roles, but nothing major, so that's good. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. The person that they cast for Rita,
Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks. Thank you. I was having a brain fart. I don't know. I mean, we'll see, I guess. I mean, everyone loved her in the Hunger Games, so whatever, I guess. I don't know. The budget seems okay, but I believe it's about, what, 60, 70, 80,000? I mean, 80 million, excuse me.
I'm here like 70, 75 million.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good, though. That's what we wanted. Because we both know that Hans Saban isn't the most, doesn't really spend much, money on his projects. So,
that's a friendly way of saying he's a penny-pinching cheapskate.
Yeah. But I have a feeling that Lionsgate probably put up a lot of that money, because Lionsgate says, well, we just smashed it out of the park with Hunger Games. We can do the same with, I mean, like, Power Rangers can be a big thing, Paulie, if you do it right. Because there's a lot of kids these days that love Power Rangers, and there's a lot of nostalgia for the old show. So as long as you do it right, you're going to have the kids that want to go, and then the parents that are going to want to go to see it. Because, I mean, listen, in March 2017, I'm going to be a grown-ass man walking into a theater probably full of kids watching Power Rangers fight. I'm going to give no fucks about it, okay? I will see it probably opening. I mean, I don't even care. I'm going to walk in, me and Gretchen, and we'll probably bring Scarlett to see it, and I will give no fucks about it. Give nothing. I don't even care. I'll be like, I don't even care. Like, whatever.
I guarantee you, my friend, you are not going to be the only grown-ass adult walking to that movie to see Power Rangers.
You'll be seeing
There's going to be plenty of 20-something-year-olds walking to that in the theater.
I know, and I'll know that you'll be seeing it, like, and it's just, it's crazy to think that we're going to get one in theaters. All in all, I'm kind of digging what they're doing, but it still scares me. This movie scares me to death.
I agree.
I want it to be good so bad, and Saban is like, he just, some of the things he does, man, I just don't know.
You're right. All right. So one of the things that I want to see out of this movie, and Kayla, we agree on this one. You're right. We've got unknowns as the Rangers, which is a good thing. The thing that I'm concerned about is, I mean, I don't. How good are they going to be at fighting? Because what makes Power Rangers, especially the early ones, so successful is that you look at the original cast, they were all great fighters because they had martial arts and or athletic backgrounds in them. You look JDF, Austin, Tui Train, they were all martial artists. David and Amy were gymnasts. Walter was a dancer. I mean, though they knew how to move. They had toned body. They were all in great shape, and they could fight really well. And that led to some great non-more fight scenes.
Right.
So these guys better know how to fight because I do not want to get bored. I do not want to see just them fighting only in the Power Ranger suit. I want to actually see them outside the suits fighting and kicking some ass.
Right, like that's like one of the first things you see, probably is like, when you fight like the putties or whatever, if that's what they're gonna, hopefully they have putties. They have to have putties. I mean,
They
I don't
better
know.
if they're going with Rita.
And it's just like, okay, I've been seeing from R.J. Seiler and oh God, what's the Red Ranger's name?
Doc Ray Montgomery.
I've seen them on Twitter, probably, posting about it, posting that they're training, that they're learning, that they're taking like martial whatever, and that's great. It means that they're like I committed, and that's what I want to see. I want to see them show that commitment, because again, it has to be believable, Paul. Even for a 26-year-old man like myself, like I still have to want to believe that these guys can kick ass and take names and do all that jazz. I have to believe it, Paul, because if I don't believe it, then what's the point? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, and another thing, I think that okay, so we have the budget, Paul. That's good, right?
Yeah.
We want them to know what they're doing, and we haven't gotten any castings. Well, let me ask you, Paul. Do you think that they introduced Tommy Oliver in this film, or do they save him for a whole new film? I'm saying not Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver.
Well, I mean, we've talked end over end that this may sound blasphemous, but we do not want to see the Green Ranger in this first film. Save him for the second film.
Right.
But introducing Tommy Oliver, I'd rather not, but I would have a problem with it depending on what they did with him. Like do something like you let him know, okay, he's here, and at some point we will see the Green Ranger, hopefully the evil Green Ranger.
Right.
I mean, I prefer not to, but as long as it's just Tommy and not the Green Ranger, I suppose I would not have a problem with it. As long as they kept his role like a minimum.
Okay, how would you feel about this? Okay, so do you remember how they introduced him in the old series, Paul, how he had that competition with Jason, which ended in a tie, which was funny. What if they had, Paul? Now, what if it happened that they become Rangers, they save the day, whatever, blah blah blah. They're all good. They're like the juice bar, and then there's a post credit scene, Paul. The post credit scene, you see, you see Jason getting ready, for a competition, and then Zach or whoever's like, so who are you fighting? And you look over and you see him doing the jump kicks like in the original fight. And say, who's that? Oh, that's the new kid in town, Tommy Oliver. And then it cuts out.
Okay, if they do it as a post credit scene, I'm all for it.
I'm all for it too.
I'm all for it. I'm all for a post credit scene introducing them.
I would absolutely love that. I think that would be great. Because I would be like, okay, good. Like he's in the movie, cool, but he's not a part of the plot. He's not a part of the, and you know exactly where they're going, probably in the next one. And I could not, and I would not, as long as it was good, would be so excited for a Green with Evil actual movie, probably.
Dude,
I mean, I love the original saga, but.
If they do it right as a movie, it would be beyond that. It would be
so good. It'd be so much better too. Because
it would take them down to be able to take them down like a darker path.
Let's not forget, people, that the original Power Rangers had to take a lot from the Sentai. So a lot of the shit that you saw from Power Rangers really didn't make sense unless you watched the Sentai, which I think is better because it has darker storylines and I just think it looks better and it feels better, and I think that being able to do it in a movie form, Paulie, now it gives you more leeway in the fact that you can do things and make them look better, make it look realistic, but not not too much though. Which brings me to my next point, Paulie, that I'm going to bring up that you may have discussed in the past.
Okay.
Don't go too heavy on the digital effects.
Please don't.
Please. Models,
Yes.
and a little CGI, like you may discuss. What was it?
Practical effects.
Like Lightspeed Rescue, Paulie, or around
Lightspeed
there.
Rescue and Time Force had that like perfect balance of practical effects and CGI.
I know that CGI costs less, but again, you have a 70, and you're going to be paying, except for Elizabeth Banks, you're going to be playing the main actors like peanuts, Paulie. Peanuts.
Knowing Saban, that'll probably be the case.
Well, I'm saying, like, knowing the fact that these actors are not well known is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? These actors are not well known. We really don't know them. I'm not gonna fact that they're gonna get more than $1 million. I mean, they're probably, what I'm saying, like 1 or 2 million. That's like nothing part of your budget. So I just look at it like you can spend a little more to make it look good, because practical effects, as we saw in the new Star Wars, Paul, always look better.
I agree 100%.
Than digital effects. We
I
saw
agree.
it, a proven fact. So, but it's one of those things, Paul, where the further back in time you go on Power Rangers,
the better the Zords look.
The better the Zords look and feel. We're very strange. Like you watch something like RPM or something, Paul, and they just look like giant toys, and it's just embarrassing.
Agree. All right. One other thing that I want to get back to about the main cast, and this is one that's kind of confusing me just a little bit. On the one hand, I'm thrilled to death that they are going with the original character. It's going to be Jason, Billy, Zach, Trini, and Kimberly.
Yeah.
But here's a little bit where I have concern. So Becky G, the actress who's going to be playing Trini, she is Latino, yet Trini, and her name is Trini Kwan in the movie. She's Asian. How are they going to pull this off? Like, how are they going to pull off a Latino actress playing an Asian character? Now, they could, and there's a way they could do it. Like, let's say her father, she's mixed race. Like, maybe her father's Asian and her mother's Latino. Like, they could pull it off that way, but it's like, okay, because she does not. I don't know how they're going to pull this off. Like, hopefully they try something like that, because that would be good commentary. Like, yeah, I'd be okay with that. But yeah, I'm wondering how they're going to pull that off.
She's like adopted, Paulie.
They could do that too. She's
right.
Adopted. That might make sense.
I have a feeling that they're going to get into the Rangers more in this movie than they ever did in the original series, Paul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they are, and that's actually something I wanted to bring up with you, because they have revealed a lot of Lionsgate and Saban Industries have revealed like some backstory into the character. Like the Rangers actually have backstories, and truth be told, they're, for lack of a better word, they're real backstory. Like these are real teenagers with real problems. And I think we both can agree, like, as much as we love the originals, the characters, they weren't real teenagers. They were more like every parent's dream teenager.
Well, yeah, and they were like never got into trouble, never did anything wrong, like the perfect, human beings, Paul,
Yeah.
And it's unique. You can't live off that, you can't expect to always, have that be something that's going to be realistic, and you didn't really ever get any backstory, Paul, Yeah, you met some of the parents a couple of times, but...
And you got some development on some of the characters.
I mean, a little bit, but nothing that you could write home about, you know what I'm saying?
Well, not a lot for most of them. I think, like, Kimberly and Billy got a lot of character development, but that's really about it.
Right, yeah, I would say Kimberly got the most, for sure. And then you go from there. I mean, Jason got a little bit, but nothing that you really say like, oh, that was big, like that was,
Yeah. So how do you feel about, the new cast having the characters having like real backgrounds? Have you read any of their backstories, and if so, what do you think?
I think so, but I think it's been I think it's been a minute though. It's been. I mean, I'm pretty sure I probably have. I just don't remember them now. But I mean, I'm happy for it. That's what I want. I want this to be more in depth. I
Yes.
want to explain things more. You know, I want to know more things than we did in the original because I understand that you had a whole series back then, but we never really got into the Rangers. You know, like what makes these guys tick. You know, like I want there to be repercussions probably about these kids, these teenagers are defending the Earth, fighting monsters that could kill them at any moment.
Yeah.
Real quick, that's my son in the background. You know,
Sounds like he's got a healthy set of lungs.
yeah, sure does. But you know, like there are dangers, but this is dangerous. Like somebody would crack under the pressure at some point, but you know. And I hope they get into that, like make it more realistic. I think that would be really awesome.
I agree.
So, like we could die at any point, you know.
Yep. And that's going to lead to the number one thing that you and I think every fan wants to see out of this movie, which is a good story, especially an origin story, and not just for the Rangers, but for the villains and for Rita and Zordon if they bring him in, which they better.
Which I'm pretty sure they are. I'm pretty sure. But yeah.
Yeah, they are. I just remember. Yes, they will, because Zordon is going to be the original Red Ranger.
Yes, which is interesting, different. But you know what? That could have been the case in the original, but we never got into that, you know?
No, we didn't.
So we don't know that. I mean, he could have, but they never explored that in the original, so we don't know. Which is interesting, you know? Super interesting. I like that a lot. But what we want, Paulie, I want questions to be, I want questions to be answered. Is basically what I want. I want, okay, where's, give us Zordon and Rita. How did Rita get the Dragon Coin? You know, how did she get that? How did she do this? How did Zordon get trapped in that, like a time warp? Spend a quarter of the movie before we even meet the Rangers. That's what I would do anyway. I would spend a quarter of the movie and I would be like, okay, we need to meet the Rangers. You know, we need to. So you know what I'm saying.
I hear you. Flush them out.
Yeah. Like we need to start caring about Zordon and starting to hate Rita before we can even meet the Rangers. You know. Like give us like why Zordon, how Zordon gets the power coins. You know, how he does whatever. You know, how he gets all that. How they get to Earth. You know. Don't just start on Earth and, all of a sudden, the Rita comes and please give us an explanation as to why Rita's in that dumpster.
Yeah.
Don't just have two astronauts just open up a random fucking dumpster.
No, please don't. Please don't do that.
Because in the Sentai, it wasn't the moon. You know, it was a different planet. It was not the moon.
You're right. It was not.
But obviously, they couldn't do that in Power Rangers, so it had to be that. So
yeah.
I mean, just please, Hank Savant, Lionsgate, give me a story. I just want a story. Is all that I want. I want a good story. Okay, that's really all that I want.
Yeah.
Is that so much to ask, boy?
It's really not, and they need to deliver. They need to deliver on that. All right. So real quick, last thing I want to bring up regarding Power Rangers before we move on to something else, unless you want to bring something up. There's a rumor that I heard from an unofficial source that we might see R.J. Kyler, who's playing the Blue Ranger, and Ludi Lin, who's playing Zach, the Black Ranger, actually switch roles. So Ludi becomes Billy and RJ becomes Zach. In other words, just like the original, a black guy playing the Black Ranger. Now that is an unconfirmed rumor from an unconfirmed source, though it would hold truer to the Power Ranger source material.
There have been so much like how could you make the Black Ranger black in the original? You know what I'm saying, Paul? Like how could you make the Asian girl the Yellow Ranger? You know, a running joke for years. So
yeah, and then later on, I'm not, and I don't know if you've ever, I don't think we've ever pointed this out. Tommy who later, obviously, as we know, becomes the Red Ranger for two different teams, is Native American.
Right.
Oops.
Oops. I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, they did correct it when they when the other Rangers went off to the peace conference, probably.
Yeah.
Peace conference. Power Rangers has had a long history of being cheap, so I hope that they don't cheap out Saban. But we'll see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we'll see. So. All right. Anything else Power Rangers related you want to bring up before we move on to other topics?
Okay. I just want I want to know, what Power Rangers alum do you want to cameo in this movie, if any?
If there are two that I would really love to see, especially from the original, especially because they're going with the original. Obviously, Jason David Frank, because he is the face of Power Rangers.
Right, he is the ultimate Power Ranger.
And I know that, I don't know if Saban would ever allow it. I don't think he'd ever do it, but I would love to see David Yost appear in it because, as you know, he is my favorite Ranger, and I think we all both agree it's completely unfair how the circumstances surrounding his departure from the franchise. It's bullshit, and I think him showing up again would be like a great. I would love to see it. Right. I don't know how they would make it work, but I would love to see David Yost come back as like a cameo.
I would love to see if they could get all the original Rangers for it. Obviously, not playing themselves, playing like different roles. You know, it's smaller roles. If they were all willing to come back, you know, for just one or two scenes, I think that would be really cool. If there's one person that I would like to see in a major role, it would be JDF. He would be the one person that I want to see in like a major role. But the two characters that I'd love to see the most, probably, and this is probably the obvious answer. This is like the cliched answer. It's got to be Bulk and Skull. I have to see Bulk and Skull back. I can't.
We gotta have Bulk and Skull in there.
I mean, you can't have something Power Rangers, especially like Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
And not have Bulk and Skull. I mean, Bulk and Skull are just. It's just. I mean, it's Bulk and Skull. Like, hello.
Yes.
So I mean those would be the two probably that I would love to see cameo, and like I said, the originals, yes.
No, not just cameo. How about like get actors to play Bulk and Skull? Find some actors that will actually play Bulk and Skull in the movie. Not just like the original actors have a cameo, but actually bring the characters in.
No, I'd love to see like how cool would it be, Paul, if you have Bulk and Skull, right? What if you made them brothers, Paulie, in this movie, Paulie? And what if you made, or if you didn't make them brothers, made them best friends, and their dads are Paul Schreier and Jason Narvi? Just saying. Just going to throw it out there.
Gold.
And they're best buddies from a long time ago. Man, I just think that would just be... it puts a smile on my face while just thinking about it. Like, oh... Yes, like let's go.
Yes, indeed. Oh, you know what? Let me ask you this. Okay, it's like when I brought up David Yost, there was a thought I had, and I'm not sure. I don't know if Saban or Lionsgate would ever allow it, but would you have a problem if they made the Blue Ranger Billy in the movies, if they made his character gay, out of like respect for David Yost?
Absolutely not.
Okay. I don't know if Saban would ever allow that, but I would not have a problem with that.
David Yost deserves that, boy. I mean, how he got treated was totally wrong, Paul.
You're right.
It was just wrong. It was bullshit how they treated him like that, and because he was a homosexual, he got harassed, and you know what? Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna go through the whole thing because he fucking deserves it. So the reason that David Yost left Power Rangers because he was sexually, not so sure. He was harassed daily, in and out, over being gay. He was gay over being homosexual.
But that was just by the crew and like the staff and all that. As far as we know, none of the cast members ever gave him problems.
Right. It was everyone behind the camera. It was no one in front of the camera. Like, it was
And
never time.
Saban never did a damn thing to stand up for him because he's an idiot.
I think that he's telling is true, Paulie, because I've seen interviews with David Yost talk, and he said that it was no one, like none of the Rangers. I've seen our JDF, like, even though the JDF is still close with Saban, he's talking about how it was wrong and he is still big friends with David Yost. Amy Jo Johnson is still huge friends with him.
Karen Ashley, Austin St. John, Walter Jones. No, they're all friends.
Extremely close. So I was so happy to hear that, because when I first found that out years ago, it got to me, but it really got to me. But when you find out, okay, it was the douchebags behind the camera, okay, and it was probably Saban because he's a fucking douchebag, but it made me feel better that it wasn't
a little better than none of the cast members which were doing.
Because those are the people that I grew up idolizing, Paul. Those are the people that I grew up. They were my heroes, Like, I watched them every day. I mean, they were and it would have crushed me if I found out that my heroes treated somebody like that. As being someone with two gay parents, it's not okay. It's not okay at all to treat people like that just because they like something that you don't like. I mean, who cares? It's not your life. It's something that is that I'm very passionate about. So
agreed. All right, so that covers our Power Ranger stuff. So let's move on to some other topics. Caleb, we last Tuesday we did a show that had some we were talking about some random headlines, and I wish you were here because we wanted to get your reaction on it. But there are some stories that I'll revisit here because I want to get your opinions on it. And let's start off with the new Ghostbusters trailer. What do you think? I can tell you, I was not a fan of it.
I can imagine you were not a fan of it.
I mean, the CGI was impressive. Don't get me wrong, but
let me
didn't work.
Let me just preface this real quick, probably by saying that I don't compare this movie in any shape or form to the original. It's gonna get judged against the original because it has the name Ghostbusters. Probably.
Well, not only that, but at the beginning of the trailer, they even say 30 years ago, 4 scientists saved New York, so it's setting up to be a sequel. Like, what the hell?
Right, which is not true whatsoever.
No.
And it's very frustrating. I didn't hate the trailer. I'm going to say that first and foremost. I didn't hate it. I didn't think it was a bad trailer whatsoever. I think it was a bad trailer in the fact that it had the Ghostbusters name, Paul. So everyone and their mother is going to compare it to the original Ghostbusters, and that's totally unfair to the film. If you want me to compare it to the Ghostbusters film, it's not even close. I mean, Ghostbusters is one of my favorite films of all time. So honestly, it's hard for me to see. I mean, I don't think it was a bad trailer. If it didn't have the name Ghostbusters, probably it would have been a good trailer. Everyone said, "Oh, that was cool." Cool. But I didn't. A lot of the jokes did not hit for me. I didn't find it very funny. I mean, it looked cool, but overall, I mean, I'm not gonna see it in theaters. I mean, I'll see it eventually. I'll Redbox it, or I'll pick it up when it's $10 on Blu-ray. But I'm not rushing out to see it. So.
Okay. You know what? There are other stories that I want to bring up from that episode, and I'll do it in just a moment. But first, I want to get your thoughts on a story that I just heard, and I think you're going to be beyond thrilled about this. I have just heard that Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill are going to be coming back to reprise their roles of Batman and the Joker in the upcoming DC animated film, The Killing Joke, which I've heard is going to be rated R. And I'm telling you, if that's the case, I could not be more thrilled about that. I mean, obviously, they are the definitive Batman and Batman and Joker to us, forgive me, at least in animated form. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. So I'm thrilled about this, so I want to get what you think about it.
Oh my God, The Killing Joke! Holy shit! That's some serious shit, boy. That's some heavy stuff right there. If you ask me, the Killing Joke is it's no joke, boy. If you know what I mean, it's wow. That's awesome because from what I heard, Mark Hamill said that he was going to retire as the voice of Joker from what I read from him. So this is pretty cool that he's deciding to come back and do this movie. I mean, I think that's pretty incredible. So I'm super pumped right now, Paul.
Well, I've heard that this is something that this is an adaptation that he's wanted to be involved in for a long time. Like he's always said, if they ever adapt the Killing Joke comic line into an animated movie, he would be up for playing the Joker again. Right. And I've also been hearing that it could be R-rated.
That's pretty. That would be pretty crazy for an animated film, Paul, to be R-rated. I don't think I've ever seen that, So, but hey, I mean, I'd be game for it. I'd be see it. I haven't seen a lot of the new DC animated movies. Unfortunately, I've fallen behind. So, but I mean, I'm pretty excited for that. That's some great news.
Now, speaking of R-rated movies, there's something that we brought up in that show, and I want to get your opinion on this. Obviously, Batman v Superman is coming out next week. We're both thrilled to death about it, and it's going to be a PG-13 movie, at least in theaters. Now, there is a rumor I've been hearing that while the theatrical version will be PG-13, Warner Brothers could release an R-rated cut of Batman v Superman when it comes out on Blu-ray. Now, it'd probably just be R-rated for like more intense violence and like more intense imagery and stuff like that. It probably won't be too much changes to it. But what do you think about that possibility? We'll get a PG-13 cut in the theater and then an R-rated cut on Blu-ray.
I think that would be pretty cool. I mean, that would have never happened if it wasn't for Deadpool. So thank you, Deadpool. Thank you for that. Which, Paulie, have you seen the kind of money that Deadpool's making? Holy fuck.
I'm pretty getting close to $1 billion.
Yeah, it's getting close, and that's crazy.
That's good.
It had what, like an $80 million budget or something like that, or like
it had something around the line like a $50 to $80 million budget. I think
its budget was under like 80 million. Oh my god, are you joking me right now? Oh,
so you gotta imagine all the marketing they did to it. Though most of that was Ryan Reynolds himself.
No, but I'm saying like, oh no, they probably spent like 300. They probably spent like $250 million on this film, to like market it and stuff. And it's made so much money. But I mean, I think that'd be interesting. I think I've also heard rumors that we're gonna get like a Wolverine R-rated film now, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm game. I mean, I fucking love Deadpool. It was awesome. So if we can get more shit like that and hey, we can like see like a superhero film and see boobs and swear and stuff. I mean, hey, why the fuck not? I mean, they do make these for kids though, so I don't know how that would work. But hey, we can make some for kids and make some for like people our age and like 17 and up. So
yes,
because you're still gonna make money. So
yes,
obviously look at Deadpool.
Mm-hmm. So. All right, so another, Batman v Superman related story, and this one's probably going to be I know it's being met with like mixed messages. J.K. Simmons has been cast as James Gordon, Commissioner James Gordon. He will be appearing in Justice League. Obviously, it's sad because that means he won't be returning as J. Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man. But, what do you think about J.K. as Commissioner Gordon?
I mean, he could. He could still be JK, but there's nothing saying that he couldn't play both. But I mean, he probably wouldn't, because he wouldn't want to piss off, not DC. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I saw him in Whiplash. He was good, but that's not really Gordon, though. I mean, that's not such a, I wasn't. I mean, I know everyone else loved him, but I wasn't a huge fan of what's his name?
Miles Teller.
No, the guy that played him in the Dark Knight stuff.
Gary Oldman?
Gary Oldman. I wasn't a huge fan of his portrayal, Paul.
Interesting. Okay.
Commissioner Gordon to me isn't a big character. Like he's just not. Like he was never like, oh, yay, we got Commissioner Gordon in here. Yay, like who cares?
Wow.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I mean, in the original Batman '89, he dies in the first film. I mean,
no, he doesn't.
Oh, I'm losing my mind. Oh my god.
That was that Bullock imitator who got killed.
That's right. I'm losing my mind.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
That's not how important he was.
Eckhart.
Oh yeah, that was it. Eckhart. Yeah, he's the one who got all.
Yeah, I'm losing my mind, obviously. Sorry. Anyway, but the one that we got in the original movie, he was he wasn't important whatsoever. So if they're gonna make him more of a badass, I mean, like Gary Oldman was cool. He didn't feel it for me. So we'll see how they do it with this guy with J.K. I mean, okay, let's see. Like you had to show me because right now I'm not believing it. So
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So
how
let's
do you
talk a
feel
little.
about it? Do you like it?
It's mixed. I mean, J.K. is a fantastic actor, and I think he'll do a great job as Gordon. But obviously, I prefer him as Jameson in Spider-Man. Now, why did I pick the Spider-Man? Like, I want to see.
Fucker.
All right. Let's talk a little Star Wars real quick. Now I know, like me and like all of our community, you are getting Force Awakens when it comes out. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Now here's my question: which store are you going to buy it from?
Don't know.
Because I asked because several stores are going to be having some like store exclusive bonuses. And if you'd like, I still remember which bonuses are at which stores, so I can riddle them down for you real quick.
All right.
All right, so Target, Walmart, Best Buy, Disney Store, and Amazon are all going to be having exclusive for Force Awakens. So Amazon is going to have 2 collectible slipcovers, one that's all white for the light side, and one that's all black for the dark side.
That's cool.
Amazon. Disney Store is going to have a Blu-ray. Now, keep in mind, all these exclusives, they're for the Blu-ray cuts only, no DVDs.
Right.
The Blu-ray combo packs only. So, back to the bonuses. Disney Store is going to be having a combo pack that's going to have like exclusive lithographs that you can only get at the Disney Store.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart is going to be having an exclusive BB-8 slipcover.
Mm-hmm.
Target is going to have a exclusive collectible slipcover as well, along with some collectible character art and exclusive bonus material that you can't get anywhere else.
Ooh.
And then Best Buy is going to have a First Order themed steelbook with Kylo Ren on the front and Captain Phasma on the back. So it's kind of one of the like, well, shit, which store do you get it from? Like, you're screwed either way, whichever store you go. You're like, I'm missing out on something.
I mean, for me, it's between Target and Best Buy. For me, it's between those two, because I think that like Target has the bonus material you won't get anywhere else, but Target has a slipcover though. I mean, steelbook. Excuse me. God,
Best Buy has a steelbook.
Yeah. Best Buy's got a steelbook though, so it's like,
damn it, where do I get it from?
have you made your decision, Paul?
I'm gonna get the Target one because that slipcover just looks so cool.
Oh,
it really does. Plus, I want that and it unfolds to reveal the character art, so it's kind of almost like a digibook in a way.
Oh man.
Yeah. I as much as I'd love to have that First Order themed steelbook, I gotta go with that. I gotta go with that art cover, man. So yeah, I'm going with the Target one.
Going with the Target.
Yes.
Oh man. It's so tough, Paul. It's so hard to like.
I know.
Make a decision like, oh, you're gonna get it here,
Yeah, but if I get it, now I'm missing out on the steelbook. I want this.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm not buying 2 copies of the same movie just for, I know that Chris is getting the Disney Store one.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he already told me he's gonna get the Disney Store one because he wants the lithographs.
Oh, I see.
Plus, from what I've been hearing, as far as like that Target exclusive bonus material, I've been hearing it's not going to be on the disc. Like it's going to be, you have to get it from like with a digital code, and you have to download the material from like Disney Movies Anywhere, whatever that is. So it's only going to be on the disc, which kind of pisses me off. But
yeah.
Oh well, I still want that character art. So
yeah. That's so tough, Paul. It's such a tough decision. It's one of those things where it's like, like, what do I go with? What do I do? I don't really know what to do. But, I mean, I'll probably end up going with, like, I don't know. I'll probably go with the Best Buy one, probably. So,
That might actually work out. That way, we all have like one of each of the we all represent some of the exclusives.
Right.
All right. So, okay, I want to bring this. Let's get back to let's do a little Marvel stuff because there are a couple of things I want to bring. There are a couple of stories that Jack brought up in last week's episode that I want to get your thoughts on. First one being Sony is planning to do a 23 Jump Street Men in Black crossover movie. I'm like, really? Sony, get out of the movie business for real, please.
That just sounds so goofy, Paul. It sounds so goofy, and like, just why would you do that? I just don't understand why they would feel the need to do that. Like,
it gets worse. Sony is also planning a spin-off Venom franchise. I thought about it and we're like, okay, if they do like Agent Venom with Flash Thompson bonding with the Venom, I mean, okay, maybe I could see that, but if they're going with like the Eddie Brock, the villain Venom, it's like, what the hell?
Oh, it makes no sense, Paul. It really makes no sense at all. I mean, it really.
What are they smoking at Sony? What seriously? We're on. What are they smoking?
Don't they just like throw shit against the wall and like, well, I hope this sticks. Like, they don't know what they're doing, Paul. They really, really don't.
No.
They honestly do not know what they're doing over there. It's pretty pathetic, if you ask me, honestly, Paul. It really is pathetic because it's like, do you guys know what you're doing? Like, do you know? Like, your rep just looks horrible. Like, nobody believes you when you say things. Like, no one thinks that you're actually gonna do stuff when you say you're gonna. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of embarrassing, if you ask me, honestly.
And between that and the fact that they're still planning to do like a movie based on emojis, like they're doing an emoji movie.
It's so bad.
Sony has got to be the worst run film company in the country right now.
It's so bad.
Oh yeah, just throw in Uwe Boll directing one of their films, and you got the whole grail of.
Oh my god, it's so bad. Like, it's like this is just embarrassing. Like, it's so bad. I just don't understand. Like,
wow. I know. Oh my god. All right. A little bit more Sony news. Maybe this one won't be so bad. I saw this article like last week that former Disney Channel star Zendaya of Shake It Up fame has been cast in a unknown yet major role in next year's Spider-Man standalone movie. Now, no one knows who she's going to be playing, but they have confirmed that she won't be a love interest for Peter, so that rules out MJ and Gwen Stacy. But they think she won't be a love interest in this movie. That's not to say she couldn't be one in the next film, and that got me thinking, well, who could her character be? And it got me thinking, what if she's Liz Allen? I remember her character from the Spectacular Spider-Man TV show. She was a popular cheerleader who at first hated Peter, but as she got to know him a little more, she's developed feelings for him, and they even dated in the second season of that show, which threw off the whole high school social order, which we all know is full of bullshit. But give me your thoughts on that. We finally had like another decent, well-known actor in this movie. I mean, do any of your kids watch Disney Channel? Do any of your kids watch any of those Disney shows?
I would imagine, but I don't really know, probably that much. So, it's interesting for sure. I know who this person is. I've seen that show before, but I don't care about like love. You know what I'm saying, Paul? Like love interest and all that. Right? Yeah. I just want the movie to be good. Let's focus on giving us a good Spider-Man movie. I don't give a fuck about a love interest. You know what I'm saying, Paul? I don't care about any of that right now. I just want a good story. A good.
I agree.
That's all I care about right now. You know.
Well, another rumor is she could be playing White Tiger, which I would be perfectly fine with.
Right. So she's not playing. You said she's not playing who, Paul?
She's not going to be Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy because she's already said she's not going to be a love interest for Peter, not in this movie. So that rules out MJ and Gwen.
Right. Okay. What about Black Cat, Paul?
Felicia Hardy?
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. I mean, I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It just popped in my head. Like, hey, what if she's this character? You know.
That is another rumor of who someone she. I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting.
But like you say, I don't. The last, the problem with one of the big problems that like both the previous Spider-Man franchise, they focus too much on the love story elements. Like, okay,
Yes.
we don't need to see that anymore. Like, give us an action. Give us more like Peter's development, like a kid in high school, like the stuff he goes through.
We don't
a
care.
bully element. Yeah, we don't care about love right now.
We really don't care, honestly. We don't care.
All right.
Like, you know.
All right. So, okay, one final story that I want to bring up, and then I'll let you want to bring up anything you want to. Have you seen the photo that was recently released on Twitter of the new Shredder in this summer's Turtles film?
Yes. Yes. I saw it.
What'd you think?
Bruh.
Because he looks like Shredder from the '80s show, like maybe a little more body armor, maybe more armored up, but kind of has that look a little bit.
Like, I loved it.
Oh my god,
I loved it. I think he looks great. I mean, I honestly think he looks great. I mean, I really do. I think he looks awesome. I mean, is it different? Oh yeah. This movie. I'm trying to keep my expectations like super fucking low for this movie.
You and me both, because it's a fucking Michael Bay movie. But my god, Bebop and Rocksteady, Krang, Dimension X, Baxter Stuckman, the Shredder look. Krang and the robot. Stephen Amell is Casey Jones.
It's messing with my emotions, Paul. It really is.
It really is messing with both of our emotions. There's so much nostalgia. I'm like, Bay, I swear to God, you fuck this up, I'm gonna kill you.
Well, it's like it's frustrating because, I don't know. I want it to be good. I really do want it to be good, and I'm hopeful that it will be good. But I don't know. I really, really, really
don't know. I know he's not directing it, and let me make that clear to everyone watching. We know Michael Bay is not directing this movie, but it's still his movie. He's gonna have his fingerprints all over it.
But he did direct the second half of the first movie, so
yeah, I'm convinced of that. I'm convinced he directed the second half.
Yeah, because it was fucking garbage.
Compared to the first half, which is actually decent.
Yeah, the first half was halfway decent. It was all right. It wasn't like it wasn't like the greatest thing I've ever seen, but it was pretty good.
Yeah. So. We'll see. Oh my god, making me so nervous. Like that and Batman v Superman. Like I am so scared for them. Like I just want them to be good. Please let them be good.
Yes, it's one of those things for me where it's tough to really evaluate because you want it to be good so bad. And you're like, is this going to be good? Is this actually going to be good? Do I have to worry about this? Is this going to be good or is it going to suck? I don't know. So.
All right. So I don't think I have anything else that I want to bring up with you. Do you have anything you'd like to bring up?
No, I'm good.
Right. Oh, you know what? Real quick, I might as well bring this up since you're here. Because let's quickly, talk a little baseball because we're about 3 weeks from opening day. Red Sox, give me your prediction. What do you think they're gonna do?
What do I think they're gonna do?
How do you think they're going to do this season?
I just want them to make the playoffs. I mean, is that so much to ask? I want them to make the playoffs. I think that we've gone through so much crap, and yes, you have a world championship kind of smushed in there, probably,
Yeah.
which is great, but compare that to everything else, and it just doesn't. It's hard for me to say that it can't. Sorry, it's really hot in my room. I just, it's hard for me to say like that they can't not have. I don't know, Paul. I'm nervous because I'm worried that they're not going to do that well. And
I mean, the way I look at the way this team is stacked up, I think they certainly have the talent. I mean,
right.
they're a much better team than they were last year, but at the same time, there are a lot of question marks.
Right, a lot of holes, Paul, and I don't know how I feel about that.
You're right, and I've been looking at it all off season. Like, okay, look at the pitching staff. Who do we got behind David Price? Obviously he's going to be great, but who do we got behind him? Can Hanley Ramirez handle first base? How's our outfield going to hold up? The bullpen's definitely going to be better. Well, I don't know. Like I said, they got the talent. I think they have what it takes to win the World Series, but a lot of pieces need to fall into place.
Right.
And a little luck.
And I mean, listen, the Red Sox got ultimately lucky in 2013 that they did anything, boy. That was the luckiest season ever for any baseball team ever, for any sports team, boy. That was the luckiest team ever. The luckiest team ever. And hey, I'm not complaining because we won. It was one of the craziest roller coasters that I've ever been on in a sports season. But I just want a good. I want a winning season, boy. I want to care about games. In August, probably in September. I want to care about games then. I don't want to be like, oh well, it's just another throwaway season.
Yep.
So when are the Patriots starting training camp? Like I don't want that part. I want us to be caring. Like caring about baseball games in September, which we haven't done in a few years. So
yeah, it's been a couple of years. All right. Anything else you'd like to bring up, Caleb?
No. It was good to throw it back, Paul. It's been a minute since you and me did a show, just me and you. It's been a long time. So
absolutely. It has been a long time since you and me just did a show, just the two of us. This was kind of how we planned it from the beginning. It's just going to be the two of us talking about stuff. So every once in a while, it's nice to do that. I mean, I enjoy all the people that we have here, but sometimes it's just nice when it's just the two of us.
Yeah, have the OG, team, the old school team itself. So it's definitely nice to, kind of like throw it back and, just sit here with my buddy, talking movies. So, I mean, that's really all we do here. It's nothing fancy, nothing special.
Nope.
Just us sitting here talking about movies. So.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, have you been catching up on Supergirl at all? Because we got that crossover coming up in 2 weeks.
I have not. I haven't watched any of it, unfortunately. So, but Legends.
What's up?
Which we haven't done. We will do a recap of all the Legends episodes when Arrow and Flash come back, because there was a few episodes of Legends in there probably that we haven't done a recap show up because it was only Legends.
Yeah.
So, but when Arrow and Flash both come back, which
next
I can't
week.
Fucking wait next week. I can't.
I know. Wait. Next week's gonna be awesome.
I miss that, man. I miss my show. So, and then Legends comes back the following week. So
yeah, and then Daredevil season 2 comes out this week, and then of course Batman v Superman comes out next week.
Yes, next week, which I cannot wait. I have my tickets already. I'm ready to go.
I need to get my tickets. Get them.
Oh, real quick, Paul, did you want to comment on Arrow, Flash, and Legend of Tomorrow all getting renewed for another season, Paulie?
Like there was a doubt.
Right. I mean, Arrow, there might have been a doubt, but Flash, hell.
Look, as you put it, I think you said it best. All the actors may be signed on through season 7, but this show is going to go on as long as Stephen Amell wants it to. Like as long as Stephen Amell wants to do Arrow, Arrow will continue.
And as long as it's getting ratings like it still is.
Mm.
Like it's the second or third highest rated show on the network, behind Flash, and I don't know if it's higher than Legends or not. I don't remember, but it's still pretty high up in the ratings. So, and you look at something like Supernatural, which is getting renewed for like a 13th or like 12th seasons or something like that. It's crazy. So
no reason why Arrow can't do that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, listen. Arrow needs to get back to being Arrow, though. I mean, I don't want this to turn into like a recap show, but Arrow just needs to get back to basics. That's all it is. But I think that this has been a pretty solid season. So.
Oh no, I think it's been their best since season 2.
Oh yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. Though. Well, yeah, I mean, there was only one season, Paul, in between this and this.
Yeah, that kind of didn't come out very good, did it? Yeah, season 3 may have had some moments, but it was not a very good one, I don't think. Yeah, season 4 has definitely been vastly improved.
Oh yeah, season 4 has been a huge, jump in quality from season. I mean, season 3 was like, but like you may have talked about on numerous occasions, but not every season of a television show is going to be great. Just because Flash has had 2 phenomenal seasons doesn't mean that season 3 is not going to be trash.
True.
I'm not saying that Arrow season 3 was trash, but if you compare it to season 2, it was trash. You know what I'm saying? Like
it was not as good.
Right. The quality dipped a lot. But a lot of that was because of all the Laurel shit that like pissed everyone off. So,
yeah.
But I mean, I guess real quick, Paul, if you want to give your thoughts on Legends real quick, Paul, while we're here, if you have any thoughts on it,
I mean, past couple episodes have been pretty interesting. I was kind of surprised. I was kind of amazed that did Snart really kill Rory?
I don't think so. No, we didn't see a body, so I'm not gonna.
I don't think he's dead just yet. But you know what? I think Snart is quickly turning in like the standout of this show, and I love bringing this up because I know how much you hated him in Flash. You cannot possibly tell me that he has been so good in Legend of Tomorrow. Like I knew he has been phenomenal in Legends, hasn't he? I love the line you brought out, like getting him off Flash was like the best thing you wanted to see.
Well, I mean, I just was not a fan of the Rogues. I thought they were boring. I thought all their episodes were boring because and then I heard rumors that like the season 3 Big Bad is gonna be like all Rogues is gonna be all the Rogues. And I'm like, oh my god, I hope not. That would fucking suck. Like that would just be horrible and just terrible. Like the worst thing that they could ever do.
I wouldn't mind that if Grodd was leading them. Like if it's the Rogues united under Grodd, I'm cool with it.
All right. I mean, that's one thing I could probably get on board with. But if it's like how can you have like Legends of Tomorrow, which has been renewed for a second season? So obviously, Captain Cole's not going to be there, and Heeley's not going to be there. So, I can't get on board with these probably because it's like I love the speedster stuff so much that it's hard for me to be like, oh, yay, it's the Rogues, yay! I'm like so happy it's the Rogues. It's just boring to me. It's like, no, let's get back to Zoom and how he is Jay Garrick. I mean. Well, I don't think you have talked about that on camera. Have we talked about that yet?
I don't know if you were involved in our last recap show where we did it.
What?
I can't remember. It's been so long since we did a recap show, and we just don't do them very much.
Did we have a recap show for that episode? I don't think we did.
I don't know if we did, to be honest with you.
Oh my god, that reveal though, that reveal was crazy. Like,
I know. Like, when I saw it, I'm like, what the heck? And my first thought was cloning, but then I thought, okay, that's way too cliched. That's way too cliched for this show. So I got thinking, what if Zoom is like Jay Garrick from another Earth? Like, what if he's like Jay Garrick from Earth 3 or like Earth 4, one of the other Earths? And then I think Jack and Chris brought up that it might have been Hunter Zolomon from Earth 1.
well, it's definitely Hunter Zolomon. Like, that's been confirmed by the producers. It's definitely Hunter Zolomon. My question is, like, how does this all work? Like, what's the connector? Who's the man in the iron mask? Because he tapped out Jay Garrick. Like, what? Like, I just don't understand. Like,
the rumor I'm hearing that's the real Jay Garrick of Earth 2, and that the Jay Garrick we've been seeing is actually a Jay Garrick from another Earth, from yet another Earth.
Interesting, so interesting, Paul. It just it's so confusing. Like, it's so like
I know.
Oh man, I love that show so much. Though it's so good. It's so good. Sorry. All
right. No. Although, like, the one thing that's been kind of getting me down, like recently, at least the past couple episodes, but especially last episode, so far I'm not liking Wally all that much.
No,
he needs to grow up a little bit. They need to do something with him.
Right, they need to work on his character, because if he's going to become a speedster, he needs to be likable, Paul.
Yeah.
He can do dumb things and be an asshole sometimes, because Barry's like that. But you can't be like doing certain shit and just expecting, things to go your way. And how he treated Barry when Barry was trying to help him with his project, and he was like, "Oh, I thought we were gonna do it together," Like, why are you being like that? It's like, dude, he's trying to help you, man. Like, shut the fuck up and accept his help.
Or especially when, he calls out Barry when King Shark attacked. Like, dude,
I know you're a coward. What?
Dude, Wally, piss off, okay?
I'm gonna speed punch you in the face. How does that work out for you?
Yeah.
That was harsh, Paul. Don't.
I know. Yeah, no, you're right. That was harsh of him. But although the thing is, he doesn't know he's a Flash, I guess. So I mean,
right.
How much longer do you think it'll be until Barry tells him?
A few more episodes. I don't think he's going to tell him. I think he's going to see it for himself. I think he's going to begin to suspect that Barry is, and then he's going to follow him and do some shit like that. Yeah. Just like Iris did. Just like Iris did.
Yeah.
Or Joe will tell him. Or Joe will tell him. Somebody will tell him. Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's fine, okay, whatever. So, I need the show to. I mean, I love Flash stuff. I don't think I change a damn thing about Flash. I really don't.
Does that make Iris a little better?
Well, yeah, Iris fucking.
She needs to keep growing. She's on the right track, but she needs to keep growing.
Yeah, she's getting better. I mean, she's, still the worst character on the show, but that's okay.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I think Wally's taking that mantle now.
What?
Even though he hasn't been there that long, I think Wally's taking it because.
I'm sorry, Paul. Wally West could never be the worst on the show. It's Wally West, though. I can't give up on Wally West. Paul. He's the second greatest Flash of all time. I just can't.
Yeah, well, he ain't looking the part right now. Right now, I'd rather have Iris as a speedster than Wally. I'm sorry, buddy. I know you can't stand that, but
what?
Man, oh man. At least Iris has shown good moments so far. Wally hasn't really done shit. All Wally's been is a snarky asshole.
Oh my goodness, Polly, put down the drugs that you're smoking right now, sir. Please, sir.
Excuse me? Dude, you need to lay off the Iris hate, okay? You need to get that hatred out of your heart.
I don't.
Seriously, stop being such a jerk toward Iris. She's getting better.
Okay, better, but I don't want her anywhere near any Speed Force ever. Oh God, Mike.
I'd rather have. Although, come on, be honest with me. You can't deny that Earth 2 Iris was awesome.
Oh man, she was badass, man. That was a side of Iris that we never saw. Whoa, who's this? But yeah.
On that note, what did you think of the Earth 2 Promise? I don't think you were around here for that.
I thought it was pretty badass. I thought it was interesting for sure. I mean, it's it's hard to talk about the Flash. I mean, so it's I mean, I love everything about that show, but I love everything that they do. I think everything that they touch is gold. Like, there isn't one character on the show that I can't that I hate. I mean, Iris, yeah, she's not my favorite, but I don't hate her. You know, so it's good. I mean, it's a fantastic show. If you're not watching the Flash and you're a comic book fan, like, what's wrong with you? Like, are you feeling okay? Like, why aren't you watching the Flash? It's the fucking Flash. Like, hello. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
All right. I think that's going to wrap it up. I know that Caleb. Unfortunately, you got to work tomorrow, so you need to be in bed. I got work to do of my own, so I think that's going to wrap up our show. Caleb, I know large crowds are fun and all because we get right in, but sometimes I do love the moments where it's just you and me. The OG, the founders, just the two of us going back and forth. This is fun, no matter how often we do it. It's so much fun.
Yes, sir. It's nice to get back to basics sometimes.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, guys. So that is going to conclude episode 61. Thank you very much for watching. Chris will be back next week, taking over the hosting duties, and he will see you next week. Hopefully, there might be some time when Caleb and I can join. We don't know, but if I don't see you again until the summer, like I said, I'll see y'all then. So have a great day, and Chris will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.